Okay, so I'm leaving Susanville today. There's a Walmart in town and a laundromat and a couple hotels, a Safeway, no bike shop. There used to be a bike shop. I spent 3 days camping off of the Biz Johnson Trail, and I'm back on 395, where I'm going to go out about 2 or 3 miles, and then it splits. 395 splits north and south, and I'm going to take 395 north, which is exactly the way I came in. As a matter of fact, I stopped at the little town of Litchfield, I remember, and bought water. It's 100 or so miles to the town of Alturas, and there's not much in between, so I need to watch water. When I came through before, it was October or November, and it was real cool, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. But there's only like one little town, and I can't think of the name of it, that has a small country market. Anyway, headed north on 395. Okay, so the sign says next service is 70 miles. I'm here at Litchfield, and probably, I don't know, 15 miles into the day, I picked up an extra gallon of water, and so I have 7 liters, which is enough for 2 days. And the reason why I knew this little store was here in Litchfield, that it was the last place I could pick up water. So heading north on 395 towards the town of Alturas. Between Susanville and Litchfield, there were several miles of road that didn't have shoulders. But I know from experience that from here to Alturas, you basically have this 3-foot shoulders, nice, fairly new paved road, nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm here at the sign that says your public lands. I'm 20-something miles out of Susanville, headed due north on 395 with a wind that's right out of the south, so probably 12 to 15 miles per hour. That's nice, tailwind. There is a campground managed by the BLM. Pretty much all the land between here and the border, actually, is BLM, and there are several campgrounds. Also, I'll be passing by on either side National Forest. One is the Modoc. I think Modoc is on the other side too. So there's plenty of opportunities to camp. The very first place to camp is an established campground called Ramhorn Campground off of Ramhorn Road, which isn't too far away. The only drawback there is that there is no water at that campground. It's a well established. It's been around for a long time. What I'm planning to do here is there is basically no services between here and a little town that's maybe 15-20 miles to the south of Alturas, and I know it starts with an L, but I can't remember what it is. So it's like 70 miles worth of nothing. I've done it before, so you need to be really careful. There are no natural water sources, so you're gonna have to bring all your own water. However, today I'm gonna go as far as I can. I'm gonna try to do, I probably could do 100 miles, which is the distance between Susanville and Alturas, but I probably just split it in half, somewhere around the 60-mile mark. I'll just pull over, and I'll go right up there, behind those that vegetation. I would just pull over and camp for the night, somewhere around the 60-mile mark. That'd give me 40 miles to do tomorrow to get into Alturas, which it's a Sunday, and Alturas is a small town. Okay, so right here is 395, just 300 feet behind me, and this is Ramhorn Road, And Ramhorn Campground is 3 miles down the road. The question for you that you'll have to ask yourself is, for a BLM campground, which is free, that has a vault toilet and picnic tables, what's the draw to ride 3 miles? No water, and this is all BLM land right here. So you could just strike out, which is probably what I'm gonna do. You know, right over to that, under that juniper tree. It's 300 feet from 395, and it's 300 feet from Ramhorn Road, so you're set. And that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna walk over there with my bike, even though I've still got about 5 hours of daylight left. I am probably 43 or 44 miles from Susanville, so just about halfway to Alturas. As a matter of fact, when I came down 395 in November, I camped at the base of this is up. As a matter of fact, it's been a climb for the last probably 15 miles. Not too bad of a climb, but it's been up, and so I know I'm above 5,000 now. I started at around 4. But I know this is going to drop down into a broad valley, and I camped near the, not a town, of Ravendale. I remember, but it was very flat, and I had a hard time finding it because there was no vegetation. It was like sagebrush. So I'm going to walk myself right back there to that, let me see if I can point it, to this juniper tree right back there, and set up behind it. I'm not going to ride 3 miles down and 3 miles back for a picnic table. No. Okay, good morning. I'm here at the junction of Ramhead Road, or Ramhorn Road, which is right back here. And I camped off the road, 300 feet out and 300 feet back. So today I'm back on 395, headed north. So this kind of give you an idea once you get up here to the top and north of Ravendale. 395 has a big shoulder. It's been good the entire way once you got on 395 past Litchfield, and now it's 8-10 foot shoulders. Very light traffic. There is some, but it is Sunday morning. Okay, so I'm here at Sage Hen Summit, about 9 miles south of the town of Likely, and probably 34 miles south of Alturas. Sage Hen Summit, it brings you up to 5,500 feet, and the surrounding area is forested and juniper. I would camp right on this knoll right here. So I'm in the town of Likely, and right here is the general store. And even though I don't need anything, you'll find when you're bicycle touring, when you pass a little town and it only has one store, you always stop. So I'm gonna pop in here and do a shelf check, and then continue north to the town of Alturas. Okay, so I'm on 395, headed north. I'm just leaving the town of Alturas. It's right behind me here. And I stayed in a hotel called the Essex, which was $45 a night. Alturas is a small town with lots of traffic, and it has a dollar store and a grocery store and a Subway. And it's mostly an agricultural town, like a farm town. There's not a whole lot of other businesses. I mean, there are, but there's not a lot of businesses that would interest a touring cyclist. Anyway, leaving Alturas today, and I'm not going that far. Here's what 395 looks like right now. No shoulder, but I believe it gets better a little bit. It actually goes out of town. This is actually 299 and it splits, and 395 continues north. That's only like 2 or 3 miles. And I'm only going to the town of Davis, known for its obsidian mines. And I'm gonna be camping in the Modoc National Forest at a campground called Plum Valley Campground. There's the town of Davis is very small. It only has a tiny little general store, which I've stopped at on the way down. And I'll use that store. It's 3 miles away from the National Forest campground, which is free. And that's it. Headed north, only 20 miles to the town of Davis, and camping in the Modoc National Forest at Plum Valley Campground. So I'm here on 395, probably 10 miles to the south of the town of Davis, California. And this range of mountains right here that extend north is well known in the rockhound community, and this is why. This is obsidian, and I just found this right here on the side of the road. Like, there's another piece, and it's all up and down. But beautiful obsidian with kind of a rusty red, some rusty red in it. It's a volcanic glass, and rockhounds come up here and hunt for this stuff. Okay, so this is 395, and I'm here at County Road number 11, and it says Plum Valley Campground, 3 miles. There's also some obsidian mines that are further down the road. 300 feet south of the junction of 395 and County Road 11 is a grocery store. It's a country market. They have fairly good selection of stuff. It's a little overpriced. They have beer, and I bought a gallon of water, and they also have a small restaurant. So 3 miles, I'm gonna head up into the mountains here. Hopefully there's not gonna be that big of a grade, and arrive at Plum Valley Campground. Okay, so I'm still on County Road 11. For the first mile, it's paved, and then it turns into a gravel road. You can see back behind me where 395 goes through the valley, and there's a bit of a climb, I would say 6%. It's gonna go up around this part, and then the campground is about 1.5 miles right over this ridge. Okay, so I've come up County Road number 11. It's actually Forest Service Road 9504, something like that. There are mile markers, and I'm at 2.5 maybe. And right here is County Road 11 that runs out to 395. And here's the sign that points to Plum Valley Campground, 1 mile.